Hi friends, hope you all are doing good. Working with a jealous boss is a challenging situation. If it is not handled properly, it can make your work dynamic stressful and even unproductive. But there are ways to handle a jealous boss. Actually, I am doing this video based on the request of one of my viewer who has asked how to handle a jealous and an insecure boss. So in this video, I am going to share about the 10 strategies we can use to handle a jealous boss. So let's move on to the content. Jealousy is an emotion which arises when a person feels threatened of losing something. It can be a threat of losing someone in a relationship, or it can be a threat of losing something that is of high value, which is reflecting a person's self-identity. Now, this threat which arises from a third party can either be a real threat or it can be just an imaginary threat. Jealousy can happen at all levels in a workplace. That is, it can happen at an equal level. That is, being jealous of one's own co-worker or a colleague. Or jealousy can happen with a senior person. At first it will be admiring a senior, but later on that admiration can turn into jealousy. Number 3 is the most painful and the difficult type of jealousy, that is downward jealousy. When a boss or a senior person is starting to realize that his subordinate is found to have so many potentials and so many talents, and he also starts to realize that certain things come so easy for that subordinate which is not true for himself. Now, because of that, this person may start to express his bitter feeling towards the subordinate, which may be as follows. The boss may start to embarrass the subordinate in front of others, even in a departmental or even in a public meeting. All suggestions given by that particular subordinate will be turned off without giving any explanations why that particular suggestion is being denied. The boss may start to question the ability of that particular subordinate in front of others, maybe his educational ability or even his talents to do a particular task. He may start to micromanage this particular employee. That is, micromanaging is he will be at the back of that particular person, asking why you didn't report that to me, when was that mail sent, when did you start doing this, when did that get over, etc. He may start to find faults in that particular subordinate in each and everything he does, and also he may even start to abuse verbally to that particular subordinate. Also, maybe a lot of work will be assigned to that particular person, or sometimes it may be the other extreme. He will be assigned only a very boring or a very mundane task where he doesn't have much scope to project his talents or abilities. If the jealousy is at a very peak level, then maybe even the boss may tell or even threaten the employee about losing that job position in his particular institution. All this happens just because of the insecurity which the boss is feeling because of the jealousy. That is, the boss starts to feel insecure whether this subordinate will outshine him in the institution and whether this subordinate may become a threat to his position in the institution. Number 1. Express warmth. Let your boss behave in whatever way he or she wants to behave. But when you're responding to a boss, behave or speak in a very warm way. I know that this may sound theoretically good, but you may not feel so good to do this practically. But the truth is, it really works. Even when a boss is shouting at you, this is not the way it should have been done. I am not telling that you should be completely passive. You can respond back in a very assertive way, but you should try to be humble. Try to be humble, give her the due respect because she is your senior and she is in a very good position who is having authority towards. So once people start to realize your real motive, that is, once they start to understand that your concern is not to become a threat to them, but it is only to get along with them. Once they start to realize that, the relationship will definitely change. And your concern also should not be to put down your boss. Your concern should not be to belittle your boss, but to support her in her places of weakness. Number 2, link your success with your boss. You may be a person who have lot of talents and potentials, and that is why somebody is jealous of you. But each time you encounter a success, please don't forget to appreciate the role your boss has played in your achievement. Like, for example, I have just started doing small YouTube videos, but I do these videos in my personal time, maybe with my personal effort. But I should never forget the encouragement and the support I receive from my institution, especially from my principal, the vice principal, and my dear colleagues who always encourages me. So it is only because of that peace of mind and the support I am able to do this. So next time when you are having any success, don't try to outstage your success. That is, don't keep on trying to tell only about your role in your achievement. Please try to remember what your team or what your boss has done in helping you to achieve or helping you to celebrate this achievement. Maybe you got an award for your presentation. Definitely it is because of your talent, but it is also because that permission was given from the institution and especially from your boss who has allowed you to attend that particular presentation where you got the award. So when you start to do this, automatically the threat feeling of jealousy will start to decrease in your boss. Number 3, seek guidance from your boss. Your boss may be a person who is having very good talents or she may be very good in certain activities. So when you're doing any project related to that or any work related to that, please try to remember to get guidance from your boss. Also, as per to the institutional protocol, if there is a protocol that you should get permission or you should get guidance for certain things before it is implemented, please do follow the protocol. Don't try to bypass that protocol, which may increase her feelings of jealousy. So try to go as per to the protocol, get permission from her, get her guidance, so that activity may instill a feeling in her that though you're good with so many potentials, but still she considers my suggestion, and that may reduce the feeling of jealousy. Number 4, try to be transparent. So already we have discussed that a jealous boss usually tries to micromanage a subordinate. So don't be a victim. Try to be proactive. Try to plan things ahead. Try to complete your work. Try to report everything to your boss. Tell her or tell him what are the various activities at present going on, what are the future things your department has planned in the upcoming days. So try to be transparent in all your professional dealings, because once you are transparent, that itself will start to reduce the feelings of jealousy in a boss. Number 5, don't office gossip. That is, don't be with the group of gossipers who are talking negative things about your boss. Because number 1, it will feed your negativity. And number 2, if your boss is going to know that you are gossiping along with everybody, it will only feed his or her jealousy towards you. Number 6, though I told you don't office gossip, please take care of yourself by getting support from your loved ones. That is, there are certain jealous bosses who behave very rudely to their employees. They shout at them. Sometimes they do take a very strict action against this particular subordinate. So it is very essential that you try to ventilate all your emotions to a very supportive co-worker, or maybe it is to your family or to your loved ones in the form of friends. So try to ventilate it. You should not be a victim of another person's jealousy. Their jealousy is not your fault. So once you start to talk with your friends and family, they will try to correctly tell you whether the fault is on your side or whether it is in the fault is on the head of the boss. So try to talk with your loved ones and try to get a correct statement about what went wrong and what can be improved in the future. Number 7, Be empathetic. If possible, try to understand why your boss is behaving in such a jealous way. For some people, it is due to their personality problem, whereas for some others, there may be reasons like maybe she or he is having pressure from his or her superiors, that is maybe from the managing director or maybe from a board of trustees, etc. So if that is the reason, if she is feeling that she'll be threatened because of you, if possible, try to assure her that in your behavior, try to assure that you're never going to be a threat but only going to be an asset to the institution. Number 8, build your reputation. Just because somebody is telling that you're not good enough, somebody is questioning your education abilities and your talents, please don't try to stop your good works. In whatever way God has blessed you with God-given talents, in whichever things you are very good, please continue to do that and build your reputation. But each time you do that, don't try to beat your drum always and making sure that everybody are knowing what you're trying to do. Be silent, do your work, report whatever is necessary, and then continue to build your good reputation. Number 9, build your relations with others. Though your boss is so abusive and though your boss is behaving so mean to you, but still you can have a very good friend circle, you can have a very good supportive group in your institution. So try to help each other, try to empower them to come to the right path and have a very good network of relation in the institution where you're working. Number 10, the last, leave your job or leave beyond. If none of the above strategies is going to help you, and if you still feel that it's very difficult to put up with that particular jealous boss, then maybe it's time to look for another job and try to slowly leave the job. But one small suggestion, when you're leaving a job, leave it well. Leave it in a class way. That is, don't tell everybody that you are leaving a particular institution because of that boss. Don't do that. Tell them that it is due to your personal reasons that you are leaving a job. So do that well and you will be remembered for your self-esteem. You will be remembered for the good job you have contributed in that institution. I would like to conclude by reminding 2 essential points in dealing with a jealous boss. Number 1, don't provoke his or her jealousy. Number 2, don't be affected by their personal comments. Keep growing amidst the thorn and the bristles. Thank you so much for watching this video.